Act 1, Scene 1. The scene started in a chocolate house where Mirabel and Final were playing cards. And Mirabel was losing, whereas Final lost interest in the match as he guessed that Mirabel was somewhere else mentally. On asking, Mirabel told, after a bit of resentment, that his upset mood was actually because of Lady Wishford. Last night in the cable, where Mirabel and Final both were present, and after Final left, Mirabel guessed that his presence in the gathering was not actually happily accepted even by his lover, Miss Millamant. Final then told him that maybe it was because of her aunt, as her inheritance of wealth was connected with the consent of her aunt, so she had to pretend in such a way. Then Final told him about the behavior of Lady Wishford, which was bad because Mirabel, being a womanizer, had an affair with her too, and then in order to take advantage of her niece, he used those advantages of Lady Wishford and also took his steps back from Lady Wishford for his true love for Miss Millamant. In answer to that, Mirabel told that everything was going well. It was just that Miss Marwood disclosed everything and how she was against him and how she was jealous of him. Final again intercepted Mirabel and said that her hatred was because she loved him. But again Mirabel took his steps back from her too. Then he asked Mirabel that whether he was jealous of Petulant for his advantages towards Miss Millamant, as Petulant and Witwoud were the assigned men for the cable night. And then he told Mirabel all about the cable, that a cable was a gathering which used to happen few times in a week where the ladies of the higher profile used to meet each other and gossip on certain matters, and in order to prevent some sort of the feministic feeling or the harsh feelings, they used to be one or two men also get appointed for such gossips, so that there is a balance. Then Mirabel then told him that he loved Miss Millamant and that he loved all her flaws, which earlier were the reason of his irritation, and and made him doubt and gave him doubts. But then later on fell badly in love with her and felt for her flaws as his own and felt incomplete without her. Final advised him to marry her. Later in talk about Miss Marwood, Mirabel said that Final's favored talk for her showed that there was something after which Final that there was something between Final and Miss Marwood, after which Final left for the next room to meet Petulant and Wakewood. After his exit, there came a footman who informed Mirabel that his servant Waitwell was married to Foible. Mirabel gave some message to the footman, after which the scene ended. Thank you very much. Act 1, Scene 2. Final entered again and smelled that this time Mirabel was better than the previous scene, to which Mirabel told him that there was something he was planning, but it was too early to disclose anything, and hence he was excited about his plan. Then a messenger came with a letter from Sir Wilful Witwoud, the niece of Lady Wishford, for Witwoud, his half brother. Then Final told him about Sir Wilful Witwoud and told him that he came in the city only to take a departure for abroad. And then both of them gave their views about him. Final told Mirabel all the relations, that Sir Wilful Witwoud was niece of Lady Wishford and half brother of Witwoud, and if he, Mirabel, is somehow able to marry Miss Millamant, then they would be his cousins. While all this was going on, Witwoud entered from the other room and showed his disregard about the letter and the presence of his half brother, and called him a fool and his letter an epistle. Witwoud talked to them a bit and brought some irony through his dialogues and defended his friend Petulant in all possible way, but also at the same time made fun of him as well by losing the secret that Petulant likes to call himself in front of others by disguising himself. Right at that time, a coachman entered the chocolate house and asked for Petulant to come with him to meet the three ladies in the carriage, and also asked for two dishes of chocolate and a drink for the ladies. After some time, Petulant came from the other room and told them that he won't meet the ladies. Final again brought the talk back and said that Petulant did all that to prove to Miss Milliman that he was all for her, trying to bring jealousy in Mirabel. On that, Mirabel said that he need not to bring that topic again and should move on. Petulant then raised the topic of Mirabel's uncle, who recently came in the town, and that they both didn't had good relations. Mirabel, through his sweet talks, tried to get all from Petulant which he had from the cable, the gossip about his uncle. On the other hand, Whitwood told things to Final about the same gossip and said since Mirabel didn't had good relations with his uncle and Lady Wishfort was also his enemy, there were chances that they both could marry so that his uncle may have a son in order to remove Mirabel from the inheritance of the wealth. Petulant told Mirabel that Whitwood might be aware of things a little bit more, as he was the favorite of the gathering. After all this, they all went away, and the scene with the whole act ended. Thank you so much. Hope this helps you.